G'day punters, your old mate Juppy here from Get the Good Oil with this week's edition of the Weekend Witness for the 15th of June. I'm currently here at Charlton Harness for today's Monday afternoon card. We're a couple of races in. I think I've got enough to get a tank of fuel to get home, which is good. Weekend. I had a busy weekend. Friday night in Bendigo, we had the final of the Pink Diamond. At the Dogs, I was working out there, a couple of cracking performances there. The key one I took out was Bernardo Queen for the Garlands. Great to see a local victory for good people. What a performance. It was probably 3 lengths off them halfway up the straight and just ran over the top of it. Looks like it's screaming out for 600 metres. So I can't wait to see it sort of stretch out. Saturday we had the Elmore Cup at the Nursery of Champions. There was one horse there that you need to put into your black books, punters. The winner of race 3, Angel's Fury for Kieran Maher, was ridden by Tio, who I saw yesterday at Wang. It looks like it could be adding its name onto the board out the front there in the Nursery of Champions because it might be a group winner in waiting. So that's one to follow out of there. Yesterday I was over at Wangaratta. Handy little meeting there, and yes, back here today. So I've been busy working away, but there's been a few things that have caught my attention. Queensland, heading up there this weekend for the Ipswich Cup. Looking forward to getting up there, but it certainly awoke some of the punters. They were back out, and the turnover was good. The 3 or 4 key races, I did say on last week's Weekend Witness that Trombolt and Cormier were the 2 to follow in the JJ, but it turns out that was all one-way traffic. That was just all for Trombolt. It was well backed, and we did our backside on it. We also lost on She's Pizzazz as well. That was a tough result. Really good. We got a decent result on the Stradbroke with Spicy Martini winning. We laid probably half a dozen horses there that we were standing from anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, so that was a good result. And then the Q22, 30 lengths below standard. Everyone's potting. I don't know whether they're potting the run. They're certainly potting a lot of the rides outside of Zara. And I'm also potting Jamie Mellon's comment. She said it was a flat run. Go and have a look at the sectionals. I know they said that straight after the race, but you needed to go and have a look at the sectionals before you're going to comment. He ran 22.5 or something from the 800 to the 400 or something. Like, that's sprinter level. He was low flying. So it was a sneaky good run, but it was just a physical impossibility to make up that much ground on the leader. And it's just fair bump play on with the discourse between Dave Strelaw and the Salts and Zara. It's like he had a crack at him. He had to go back. What I'd like to see a bit more from, say, someone like Zara is rather than just call him a gibberer, explain why you think he's wrong. Like, come back with some facts is probably a better way to tackle that. But that's what we need. We need more of that sort of stuff. Sport-wise, very, very busy weekend of sport. We saw one competition wrap up and another competition get underway. New York sealed the NBA finals. Huge for New York. Is it a dynasty? Probably not. I would say the Spurs, now that they've had that hurt, will bounce back from that now, and they might need 1 or 2 pieces, but and they choked away some massive leads the whole way through the series. They should have won the series, but yeah, they choked that away. Great for Jalen Brunson, Josh Hart, and Bridges, who all played together in those 2 championships at Villanova in the NCAA, and now they've won in New York, breaking the 50-plus year drought. So, of course, one of my good mates is over there, so he seems to just run into all that good luck. So he's done well there. We also saw the World Cup kick-off yesterday. I actually had a small bet on the Socceroos to finish bottom of the group. Well, that's dead already. They were huge. They didn't necessarily park the bus. They just defended really, really well yesterday. So I was multitasking between watching the basketball, the soccer, and the AFL. It was a busy day while working on course. Footy-wise, it was a bit of a plain sort of round. There was nothing to get too excited about. The footy just seems to be lacking a little bit. Like, I think the fixture hasn't helped it, where we've lost a lot of momentum with the fixturing. Like, why not just have either make King's Birthday a community round, try and broadcast some of the community games to give Fox some content, and let's make a big deal about that. Give everyone the week off, and then let's get back into it where it's a full slate. Another busy week ahead. Here today, I've got Bendigo Wednesday night, and then, as I said, off to Queensland for Ipswich Cup Day on Saturday. If you want to get involved, ponybet.com.au, or you can find JupBet on course. And to get all your info, head to getthegoodoil.com.au. Plenty of tips and angles there to check out. So until next week, punters, good luck.